Makes perfect sense actually. Demo transition. We could check the foxholes over there. They might have some interesting stuff. You have a winter jacket. Wintertime, this surviving is much harder probably. There's like more survival elements. Maybe even less loot. Although I've heard that mines are easier to spot at the winter. Nothing nice here. Right. Maybe I should keep on the roads. There were like 2 mines, I was walking right at them. Yeah, there's another. Why I'm so blind today? Anyone see mines? Ah, okay. see it. And it's getting dark. Okay, that was too close. Note to self, in a forest area it might be too close for safe detonation. Hence the Nagant style actually worked pretty well here. Okay, and now we are bleeding. No broken bones though. Okay, anywhere. I'm paranoid if I don't see any mines. Or cluster munitions, whatever. Uneven distribution, which is actually pretty good by itself. I suppose you could just try to avoid them. Now it's getting late. There's one. Now if I explode it, it's way too close. So we can just continue here without actually stepping to anything. I can't see one single mine here in front of me. So let's try. Go carefully. And this doesn't help. This doesn't help much. I can see them from the couple meters away, so when I'm about to step on them. Okay, yeah, that I'll keep the... Oh, lucky shot. Maybe the light would be good in this situation. Sneaking in the darkness. Anyone see anything? No. That's what I thought. Okay, step by step. That's a rock. Totally new area, so... Okay, here's one. Why didn't I use the flashlight? Totally forget that I had bought one. Yeah, okay. Everything is fine. Using my bandages on the minefield, basically. Okay, then maybe that's not like a... It's not a mine. I wonder if the magazines should have like this condition as well, like with the guns. I mean, if the magazine spring is dead, it's like not doing wonders for the gun itself. And honestly, I don't know if my body is still there, so... I wonder if you could like throw stuff. That was like a totally stalker tactic where you throw the stuff around. In this minefield episode in Call of Pripyat, I think you need to like figure out your way through the minefield by throwing stuff at the mines. Bolts and whatnot. And I think the same mechanic was in a Stalker 2, but it wasn't so annoying. Okay, there's one. I wonder if this helps. taking refuge from behind the tree. I mean, maybe it should. Okay, there's another. But it's not terribly big tree, so. Yeah, Windows 11 is what I use and what my students use. Yeah, some people like to move to the Linux. I mean, it's more cost efficient, but then again, Linux is a Linux. You should actually know something about it. Then again, there's lots of people who use Linux just in a basic every day, without actually knowing how it works. So it's all okay. But yeah, many PCs do not fill the requirements for the Windows 11. So. I wonder if the gear I dropped is still here. I mean, Corpse Walk is an old game mechanic, and it could be used well. Well, in the new games like these. Of course, the cottage is just because yeah, I lost my train of thought. I wonder if they are not okay. They saw me. I wonder if they are just randomly spotting something, or did they see me? But then again, it took a pot shot at me, so that's pretty much. I mean, cottage, it's pretty normal that stuff stays there, what you drop. But outside, when you unload the level, yeah, it might be like easier not to like try to save all the stuff you drop into the field. Yeah, Windows 11 Microsoft said that it's last Windows, but I didn't believe it, and yeah, neither should anyone else. So okay, so no gear. I suppose if you die, you lose it. Now we are here. Yeah, and last time we destroyed this, so definitely like a. Definitely not a great thing. Then again, apparently you can get like a pretty good loot from this area. Yeah, Microsoft has been like at the courts many times about keeping the monopoly, but somehow nothing has happened, and that's very interesting actually. That's very interesting. Closer. Behind the bush. Oh, this is a corpse. Oh, with the close. What guy? Gang. AK-12. Okay. You have 21. It's very poor quality AK-12, by the way. Luckily he missed. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't go all around blind. Let's do this speedy way. I like to check places which I actually know. Then I don't like so many chances to muck things up. Okay, nothing here. Nothing here. You don't have anything. Soda, yes please. Isn't that like a Finnish Laitilan soft drink model basically? Last time I didn't die in a Permadeath zone, so let's go back in. Basically, that's my rationale there. Anything nice here? Lotion. Okay, bandits. Now we won't bleed to death, apparently. But splints are still like something I miss. Dropping very poorly, actually. 23 rounds. Okay, so that's okay. Okay. Okay, so this misses. We don't have a magazine for this. We have a bullet, but we don't have a magazine yet, at least. What else is here? thinking going through the minefield with the Makarov, so that would be like nice thing indeed. Not in a good condition. Apparently AK-12 isn't as reliable as previous AK series weapons are. Yeah, it's open source. Yeah, it's always like a good question where which you are going to bow, towards which you are going to bow, because Linux is open source. And many people like it just because that fact. One big standard we all know was also like from the beginning it was open source, and that's a PC standard. IBM developed PC, but people continued like upgrade, and it became a pretty successful brand in the end. Like extended memory and all sorts of stuff. Huge amount of Makarov bullets here. Pea soup. Finnish 6. Okay. Cigarettes. Russian cigarettes. Might not be like too yummy. Somebody came and killed all these bandits. Haha, mustard. Grass has only grass. Yes, bandage, please. Apparently there's possibility of crafting stuff, and I look forward to actually checking more of it. Miten avoin voi olla avoin? Open source is a ideology basically. That means that you open the source files and you tell how it actually works. So if somebody wants to like expand the stuff, they can do it. Because I know what the closed system is, and that's Apple, iPad, and Mac, and everything else. Very hard to develop for that singular reason. Because it's closed environment. That's definitely something I'm not a fan of. Apple products. Oh, let's take toolbox if we must. Matches, yes please. I wouldn't like to have like a better rucksack. Nomad. Okay, and this is to the roof. Yep. But releasing source files doesn't mean that you everyone can do anything, because it needs development and it needs work. But the results of the source files are like we can actually see it how much the stuff gets done for the Linux. For example, the printer drivers. They are actually a pretty good example, because when the Windows gets updated, some stuff doesn't work anymore, and that's usually like a printers. So there's actually people who do have a hobby of coding those printer drivers to Linux. And so if you want to, you have some old printer, some obscure one, it probably works on the, it's more likely to work on the, yes, it's probably working on the Linux rather than Windows, because the lack of actually support is often like a pretty problematic with the Windows platform. Okay, so now we have like a 545 ammunition pretty well. Almost mint Makarov. Lots of knives here. But yeah, this rig compatible items, armor plates, patches. So this is a rig without armor plates. So we probably need like a plate for this as well. So it's not, it's a Kevlar, it doesn't protect that much, unfortunately. So I have been like a very pro for the open source for a longest time. Even so that I like to teach more like use of the open source programs in a school. Lots of cans everywhere. Empty cans. At the Finnish side you can find full cans. Matches. Batteries. Batteries are actually valuable. Very chill fighting in a Permadeath zone, so. get... Okay, so you can put this on. Slightly more better condition. And AK-12 magazine. Again, I think this should work, but apparently this game is now built on the fact that you can't actually... You need to have like a magazine each of the gun by themselves. So. Some old games actually had like this feature that you need to... It was magazine which contained the information of the bullets. So it magazine information actually told the game that what's the damage and whatnot. KB drum, yes please. Currency of the future, toilet paper. MK18 magazine, that's actually pretty rare farm. Apparently it's like a higher tier weapon you can get by actually fishing the pike. Cat food. Is there any cats? Cats here. Dinner time. Let's eat the pea soup. Okay, that's a hang around. Apparently dead guy. We still need to find the Suomi SMG. And plates too. Plates would be nice. Huge amount of lotion everywhere. We have a yeast and now we have a sugar. So everyone can think what's the combination of that's going to produce us. Jerry can. Okay, an inverter. So I think the jerry can is definitely on our bucket list. of our batteries are dying soon. Snooze. Duct tape. Good thing you can eat from the another inventory. This is actually very good addition, because some games need you to take the item to your inventory and then eat it, which is like a amazingly stupid. Really. Okay, so we need to go with the. I think I need the light to cross the minefield. So that's the. We already checked this out. So you just need to bear with me with this darkness. Pretty dark outside, by the way. In real life, I mean. Yeah, maybe it was a wind. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's try to get back in one piece. I think then daytime might be like a slightly more easier for the crossing of the minefield. But you need to use the light to cross. But yeah, that's actually a decent tactic, that if you are about to die, just exit the permadeath zone if you can. Of course, it's not always possible, but your game continues. Too bad I didn't get the test car 21. But apparently I like to cross the minefield during the dark. thinking of saving the batteries to the trader, but we might need to like reload the compatible items batteries. Ouch. Apparently I got hit to the head or something. The Dirty Harry stream. He's cycling somewhere once again. I think you could weaponize these. I mean, NPCs probably won't shoot, won't step on the mines. Maybe rifle is slightly better to clear up the mines. Also, cards maybe should use the flashlights. Of course, it's like a building up the suspense here, but honestly. actually follow the fallen logs here. Okay. That's what I didn't destroy last time. It's probably over there. Okay, let's get going. I wonder if the bandits are guys who came. Ah!